I think much of the cinematic content I'm consulting today is going to operate by a universal expression of engagement, and that is, I'm in a bit of an odd mood. I don't know. I mean, I could be consulting a variety of pictures within a number of genres, as I often do, a pretty varied selection, but today I'm like, I don't know, I'm in a real shark movie element. Maybe it's because of Jurassic Shark. I don't know. Yes, I rewatched that film again very recently. In part because I still haven't seen 2, or the very recently unveiled 3rd film yet, to evolve the Jurassic Shark as it exists now franchise. But I've been saying for a while, shark movies, especially among the lower budget line, they're fun. I mean, if you've never entertained Jurassic Shark, you're missing out, number one, on a intentionally campy movie, I believe. If you're going into it uninformed, I'm sure many of you won't be, because the name's very well recognized, don't expect an Oscar-winning movie by any means, but I think you'll have fun with it. And it's certainly been one, I think the more widely known, in a number of entries of smaller film campy shark movies. This is a pretty big trend in the thriller landscape. It's been for a number of years, with recognition of other trends as well. Clowns, zombies, nuns, vampires are seemingly evolving now. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of making a resurgence. Dinosaurs. There's been snakes even apparently now. There's a number of trends that have been occurring in this space. And sharks, I didn't know this years ago, but they are really big in the small budget film fare line. There's a lot of pictures along this space. So I figured I'd consult at least a selection of them today, and by no means are the ones I have lined up the end. There are many more. Like, if you've never entertained this, go on Tubi and go in the search bar, or Tubi.com, or TV, or whatever the address is. It's the free streaming service with ads, and type in on the search bar sharks, and you will just see the litany of pictures from years past even, many of which I've seen. Six-headed shark attack, Jurassic shark, sand sharks, avalanche sharks, there's a number. And I've looked at previous ones on this channel that express the same spirit as a number of those pictures, and that's what I'll be adding on today. Starting, I think, with a less obvious one, at least in titling, because most of them feature shark in the name, admittedly, the Black Demon. I like the originality of the name, though the connection point, I don't know how competent of release this is going to be. I've seen the name floating around on a number of channels. This is getting a pretty wide distribution, at least in recognition, and it comes out pretty soon on April 28th of this year, but it also has consistent trends to previous pictures. Think, for example, Jurassic Shark, or The Meg. And that's something you oftentimes see in the smaller budget space, especially among creature thrillers. You'll see a mainstream picture come out, and all these little piggyback pictures that have similarities to the mainstream pictures, they all come alongside, perhaps, and they're very oftentimes direct in titling to mimic the everyone why. Free advertising, free search results. I truly believe that's the reason why. Name recognition, it helps. Especially for smaller fare. But some of these pictures tend to have, again, maybe rip-off elements, or what some would recognize as that, or just mainstays, maybe homage elements, to be fair. I mean, we'll judge the Black Demon properly. Again, I like the name, but it has similar threads. If you need a background on it, IMDb has this to say. Stranded on a crumbling rig in Baja, a family faces off against a vengeful megalodon shark. Like I said, Jurassic Shark and the Meg. And probably more than that, megalodon sharks are the thing, and they've been for a number of years. Especially among the smaller shark budget line. I've seen plenty of variety. Well, it's broadly speaking sharks in general, and there's been a couple deviations maybe on shark species, but the megalodon has been a bit of a dominant one in name recognition, and that's where the Black Demon is going. And the crumbling rig, too. Like, I don't know, I instantly think of Jurassic Shark with the oil drilling. Anyway, I don't know. You watch that film once, or I don't know how many times I've even seen it at this point. I've rewatched it, and a good selection, and other people's comments to it on YouTube. There's plenty of good videos on Jurassic Shark that I could easily recommend in terms of people watching it for the first time. It's a silly movie. Maybe the Black Demon will follow that path, or it'll be a little more serious, and even it's aspiring to be that. We'll see. Maybe it could be as good as The Meg. I don't know. I still haven't seen the movie yet. It's sitting on my shelf. I keep meaning to. I saw the trailers for it, though, and it's pretty good. But the Black Demon, let's take a look at it. I'd be curious to entertain it. I don't know where it's going to be releasing, but it's sometime later this year. They don't list anything yet, I don't think. No. Okay. Oh, and apparently it's a film from the Dominican Republic. I've not consulted much film fare from that aspect of the world, but I like looking at international pictures. I'm actually kind of engaged with it. Let's take a look at it and see how good it is. It's got a pretty substantive trailer, too, at about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So it'll offer, I'm sure, a pretty good look.
you spotted any pirate ships?
Duh.
What, you gonna get snippy with us, Cloud?
Ya que estamos en México, ¿por qué no intentamos hablar en español? Quiero nachos.
You know, actually, I think there's
I'd have to dig back in my college Spanish days.
Whoa. That has changed since the last time we were here.
This isn't that bad, actually.
Paul Sturgis. I work for Nixon Oil. We're supposed to ferry out to the rig from here.
Dad, I think I see it.
I think it's a sufficient realization so far.
Up here.
Looks like it's got a good budget behind it.
What is it?
Protección. Protection from what?
Mom?
Hello? Anybody?
Nice rig angles in terms of the camera work.
Where is it?
Really, there's a dog there? I guess the shark ate, or maybe not. Did the shark eat everybody? Probably. Not the dog, though? Poor thing. Good cinematography, in my opinion.
What's that look? The black beamer.
There must be some way off this rig.
Nothing works. I don't think it can take much more punishment. This is not just any shark. It's a curse.
You know, I'd go see this in theaters if it's offered in that venue. Maybe do it on streaming, I don't know.
He's gonna keep getting his revenge.
Some of the lines are a bit cliche, but the presentations, I really like it.
The only way to stop it is to kill it. I have a plan.
Reminds me a lot of the Meg.
You're the monster.
Maybe it was an inspired project in that respect. This looks good though. Pretty strong.
When I see one.
Oh, good angles. You know, there is still, I would say, some professionalism in the shark movie line. Thanks to consideration to the Black Demon. Even though for me, when I watch this, it does evoke the Meg considerably. Especially in the cinematography respect. But the shark looks well realized. Okay, it's no Jurassic Shark. Jurassic Shark is very much inferior to this. But, you know, as I said, the shark movies are a very dominant trend. I was expecting mostly campy pictures today, to be honest with you. Going by the list, and I don't know how many names I've got here, but it's a good selection thus far. But the Black Demon, this one deserves some respect, I think, you know, in terms of the basis. The family vibe I liked, especially with the Mexican folklore side. I'm not as familiarized with folk tales along those lines, but it gives it a nice inspiration as a work. But I find the construction, again, evokes a more serious, deserved approach. This looks really good. I'm really impressed with it in terms of cinematography, especially on the rig scenes. Like, it feels hyper-realistic to me, even if maybe some of it is CGI. I personally... Maybe it's easier because some of the lighting, like, for example, you go underwater and it's very dark. There's a lot of greenish tones, so it's maybe easier to hide if there are any imperfections within the VFX work, or if they were just maybe a bit strapped for resources or time. Oh, that's really cool too. Like the shot where she's in the water, is that like a mangled dead body, like decomposing? Oh, that's good. I mean, well, it's gross, but it's still like, I love how this is being portrayed. I really do. It feels hyper realistic to me. Much stronger by comparison to other shark ventures as of the recent years and times. I would go see this in theaters. That's me saying this, even though I'm very well aware. Like, I'm sure it's going to fall right in the mainstay trend of shark movie thrillers. But, you know, I've liked projects along those lines that are taken more seriously. For example, 47 Meters Down, the first one. Not the other ones. And, you know, the second one. The second one is so campy. Like, what were they thinking with that one? I don't know, the first one's good and can be enjoyed as a realistic thriller. Mandy Moore's in it. She was excellent, as well as the other girl in that. I forget who played the lead, but the second one, I still don't know what they were doing, but the second one is funny as heck. And then the Meg as well, even though I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Had a very serious depiction. The Black Demon, I love that name too. It just really fits, especially with the signals of the visual cues. For example, the girl putting her hand in the water and all the black goo. Maybe that's significant to the folklore. I loved it. I think it looks wonderful as a film. I can't wait to watch it for myself. And when that shark popped out, even though maybe that's a familiar shot to me, I felt Yeah, just watching it again, let me see. Yeah, he lingers over the water for a bit. I like it. I really like the presence to this movie. I feel it sits in a very interesting position in comparison to other recent film fare among the shark movie line. It's not as campy, intentionally perhaps, and it's not as... It feels like it deserves a higher elevation of respect. And I will award it that. What are your guys' thoughts on The Black Demon? Maybe some of you would say, it's another shark movie. Well, of course. It's got that presence to it, let's be fair. But I think it looks pretty strong as a film. And if this is offered in theaters, maybe it'll go for a streaming debut. And maybe some of you would agree with me. I'd love to hear your position if you wish to disclose it down below. I kind of want to go watch this. I can't say I've been to a shark movie in theaters yet. I've seen plenty at home. And on my phone or on my computer or something like that, and streaming, on a library rental. I'd sit in the theater for this. I'd pay to watch it. I would. I like the sophistication to it. It feels, in particular, a bit different, though there are commonalities to other shark movies, as I said. The folklore foundation and the depiction, and how competent it is, in my opinion, give it a bit of a desired respect that I will award it. I think The Black Demon looks sufficient as a creature thriller. A very strong one, in my opinion. I would definitely love to go watch it for myself. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.